Welcome to Amplifying Leadership and Tip Thursday with Tara. I am Tara Lehman, a partner, coach, and consultant at Twin Life Coaching and Business Services, of which Amplifying Leadership is a division. I hope to bring you some information or a key takeaway you can use to build, enhance, or grow your leadership skills with Tip Thursday with Tara. As leaders, we sometimes find that we do have those natural leaders among our team, or there might be someone that we want to promote into a leadership role, whatever that might look like. And so we train them on those key skills that they need, or we cross-train them, or we let them sit with us, or maybe we send them to some leadership training. But training everyone on key leadership skills is vital to have a great team. So why is that? Well, and what should you be training them on? So first and foremost is we need great communication within our teams. And when we have great communication, we're able to do a lot more. People know that they need to communicate in certain ways to be understood or to understand as well. Communication is something that everybody needs to be trained on. And yes, everybody says, I know how to communicate. But in a team, we need to have certain aspects of communication further trained on, regardless if you're a leader or not. Think about things such as active listening, listening to make sure that we are not distracted. So if anybody in your team is talking to another team member and is completely distracted, how much are they actually taking of that perhaps vital information the team member is sharing with their coworker? Making sure things like, how to ask questions or how to communicate within a meeting or setting boundaries around certain things with communication is very important. If you need any assistance with that, you know where to find me. When we have great communication, it helps us foster the next important key element that is also a key leadership skill, which is it fosters collaboration. Collaboration and teamwork are great when they work really, really well. We can come up with new ideas. We're listening to each other without judgment sometimes so that we can actually take those ideas and see what can work or what may not work for our clients or whomever we are serving. Collaboration is also something that we need to remember. Not everybody is always going to agree. So training people on agree to disagree is really important because we will not all have the idea chosen. But if we can listen to those ideas, collaborate together to make the best idea happen, talking about the why, which you've probably heard me say several times throughout my podcast, will provide a better collaborative environment for you. Team workers will work better together. Also, training on other key skills such as diversity, equity, and inclusion is really important, not just for the leadership team. If you want to have a collaborative work environment where people feel really welcomed to share those ideas or their safety concern, and they feel heard and they feel included, that needs to be part of your training. If you're not training on diversity, equity, inclusion, belonging, or you're not training your new leaders on inclusive leadership, you need to start bringing that piece into your workplace as well. If you have somebody who does not feel part of that team, that communication will break down and that collaboration will break down within your team, and you might start getting more conflict. Keep in mind, conflict management is something else that we can train absolutely everybody on. Rather than arguing, fighting, slamming doors, hanging up phones, or whatever else somebody might do when they come into conflict, we can train them on how to truly understand conflict, how to have a positive conflict. Yes, there can be such a thing. We don't have to scream, yell, and bang things in order to have good conflict. Conflict's important. It allows us to then work through our ideas. And if we don't agree, we can train our employees on understanding to explain why we don't agree. And yes, there's the why again. So really think about what it is that your entire team needs that is typically seen as a leadership skill and train everybody on it, not just your leaders. It will foster so much more teamwork for you and collaboration for you and innovative ideas and creativity. So don't forget, make sure you're training not just your new leaders or leaders to be or people you want to be leaders on leadership skills. It benefits the entire company when people are trained on key aspects of this at all levels. There are, of course, many other key areas of leadership that you can train on at all levels of the organization, and not just the couple I've mentioned today. They don't necessarily mean that the person is ever going to move into leadership if that's not what they or you want for them. But it allows, again, that collaborative environment where we all feel welcome, heard, we feel like we matter to the organization. We all need leadership skills so that we can work well with each other. We can have a more positive conflicting environment if conflict is there. We can mitigate that to be a positive conflict. Again, yes, there's such a thing. And everybody can then lead by example. So remember, train everybody on those key skills and enhance that training for those who are moving into leadership or who you're succession planning into that. That is our Tip Thursday with Tara for this week. Did you know we have a Fundamentals of Leadership course, both on demand and live online throughout the year? You can find more about these and all of our leadership services at amplifyingleadership.ca, a Twin Life coaching and business services division. Until next time, please be safe and be an amazing leader or leader to be.